Alan, this species of variformin's been extinct since the Cretaceous period. I mean, this thing is about this thing. What?
Dr. Alan Grant and Dr. Ali Sattler, two paleontologists who study dinosaurs, are invited to a mysterious island to give their expert opinion on a new theme park. But this isn't any ordinary park. It's a place where scientists have brought dinosaurs back to life. So when they arrive, they see their first dinosaur towering over the trees, and they're completely awestruck. Alright, so towering, awestruck, extinct, all these expressions and the many other ones you'll learn today are all included in a deck of flashcards that we created for this lesson. All you need to do to get these is click the link below using your phone, which will take you directly to this very lesson with Jurassic Park on our app. If your goal is to speak English like this without translating in your head and forgetting words, then our flashcards were made for you. So go and check out this lesson on our app right now. Okay, so we'll begin our adventure today by watching and learning with the first scene. Then after that, still in this lesson, we're going to watch and learn with a second scene, another really good one from Jurassic Park. And then at the end, we're going to have the best part. We're going to test your comprehension by watching everything again, this time without any subtitles. And I'm sure you'll be able to understand 100% of the clips. You'll see.
You did. You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
We give this carrot the rule book on it. Cold-bloodedness, it doesn't apply. They're totally wrong. This is a warm-bodied creature.
This thing doesn't live in a swamp.
This thing's got, what, a 25, 27-foot neck? A Brachiosaurus 30. How fast are they?
Well, we clocked the T-Rex at 32 miles an hour.
T-Rex?
Mm-hmm.
You said you've got a T-Rex?
Uh-huh.
Say again.
We have a T-Rex.
Oh.
Put your head between your knees.
Dr. Grant. My dear Dr. Sattler. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
They're moving in herds. They do move in herds.
Alright, now let's analyze all the advanced expressions we just saw.
You did. You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
Okay, so that was not an insult. Son of a bitch is a very common expression in American English, and it's important to understand how it was used here. While it can be offensive when used to insult someone, in this context it's actually expressing admiration and disbelief. Check out this example.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
So Malcolm is saying Hammond is crazy, in a good way, for achieving something so incredible. So in the next line, we see Dr. Grant so shockingly excited to see dinosaurs for the first time that he actually struggles to speak. He's basically saying that everything they thought they knew about dinosaurs is wrong.
We give this carrot the rule book on it. Cold-bloodedness, it doesn't apply. They're totally wrong. This is a warm-bodied creature.
When you tear up something, you literally rip it into pieces, like this. But here, it's used figuratively. He means they can throw away all the old scientific theories because they've been proven wrong. By the way, notice the pronunciation. Tear, not tear. Tear, like a teardrop, refers to the liquid that comes out of your eyes when you cry. To tear is to rip apart. The two words share the same spelling though.
Totally wrong. This is a warm-bodied creature.
So Alan is saying that science believes dinosaurs are cold-blooded animals, like lizards and snakes, which can't regulate their own body temperature. They need the sun to warm up. But here, he realizes these dinosaurs are warm-blooded creatures, like mammals and birds, meaning they can control their own body temperature internally.
This thing doesn't live in a swamp.
This thing's got, what, a 25, 27-foot neck? A Brachiosaurus 30.
Here's something interesting about measurements. In the US, they use feet and inches, while most of the world uses meters and centimeters. 27 feet is about 8.2 meters. That's huge. One important detail about the language here is that you should say the measurement in a singular form, like 20 foot, when using it as an adjective, but 20 feet when it's a noun. Anyway, let's keep going.
How fast are they?
Well, we clocked the T-Rex to 32 miles an hour.
When you clock something, you measure its speed. It comes from an idea of timing with a clock. So, for example, police officers clock speeding cars, and coaches clock runners on the track.
How fast are they?
Well, we clocked the T-Rex to 32 miles an hour.
You might have noticed that this movie is full of scientific terms like Brachiosaurus, T-Rex, Cretaceous period, Jurassic, and many others. Now, you don't need to stress about understanding every single one of these words as they're a bit more technical, but just so you know, the Jurassic and Cretaceous are geological time periods from millions of years ago when dinosaurs lived. And T-Rex, which is short for Tyrannosaurus rex, and Brachiosaurus are specific dinosaur species. Again, these are highly specialized terms, and many native English speakers wouldn't fully understand them without studying paleontology.
They're moving in herds. They do move in herds.
A herd is a group of animals that stay together, usually plant-eating animals like cows, sheep, or in this case, dinosaurs. We also say a flock of birds, a pack of wolves, or a school of fish. Grant is amazed because this proves dinosaurs had social behavior. They lived in groups just like many animals today. Hey, by the way, I was telling you about this before, but did you know you can practice all these words you're learning on our own app? Because here's the thing. If you want to internalize these expressions so they're there for you the moment you need to use them, in a real conversation, then reviewing and practicing them is absolutely necessary. Ethan, Xenia, and I were language coaches, and we have over 35 years of combined experience teaching English. And the fact that we have verified is that becoming fluent in English is all about the following idea: use it or lose it. And this has been proven by scientific studies that show that not practicing, not using the words, is the reason why English learners, just like you, can understand what you hear but can't speak. So this is why we created our own app, to help you practice all this vocabulary with flashcards like these that come with each one of our lessons. And also so you can practice all the words you know with other learners in video calls. It is the perfect place for you if you want to develop real-life fluency in English and you want to see yourself making progress faster. I'm going to leave a link in the description below that will take you directly to this lesson with Jurassic Park on the app. So just click using your phone and I'll see you inside. Now let's go back to an earlier scene in the movie, one of the most powerful dialogues in Jurassic Park. So here's what's happening. Before the scientists see the dinosaurs for the first time, they're having lunch with John Hammond, the park's creator. This is where we meet Ian Malcolm, the brilliant theorist who becomes the voice of reason in the film. This scene is packed with advanced vocabulary, so get ready. Let's check it out.
Don't you see the danger, John, inherent in what you're doing here? Genetic power is the most awesome force the planet's ever seen, but you wield it like a kid that's found his dad's gun.
It's hardly appropriate to start hurling generalizations.
If I may, I'll tell you the problem with the scientific power that you're using here. It didn't require any discipline to attain it. You know, you read what others had done, and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge for yourselves, so you don't take any responsibility for it. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you even knew what you had, you patented it and packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it. You want to sell it. Well,
I don't think you're giving us our due credit. Our scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Dr. Grant, if there's one person here who could appreciate what I'm trying to do.
The world has just changed so radically, and we're all running to catch up. I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but look. Dinosaurs and man, two species separated by 65 million years of evolution, have just been suddenly thrown back into the mix together, how can we possibly have the slightest idea of what to expect?
So Dr. Malcolm is warning Hammond about the dangers of genetic engineering.
Yeah, don't you see the danger, John, inherent?
Something inherent is naturally part of something else. It's built in. It can't be separated. For example, there is inherent risk in extreme sports or inherent beauty in nature.
Your genetic power is the most awesome force the planet's ever seen, but you wield it like a kid that's found his dad's gun.
Genetic relates to DNA and genes, the code that makes living things what they are. In the movie, scientists use genetic material from dinosaurs to bring them back to life. So Malcolm says Hammond is wielding genetic power without thinking about the consequences, like a kid playing with something dangerous. To wield means to hold and use something powerful, usually a weapon or tool, like you can wield a sword, wield power, or wield influence.
It's hardly appropriate to start hurling generalizations.
Hurling means throwing something forcefully, like hurling a ball, but you can also hurl insults or accusations. Now, generalizations are things we say about a whole group that may not be true in every single case. For example, saying all teenagers are obsessed with their phones or men don't like romantic movies. These are generalizations because they make claims that aren't true for everyone in those groups.
It's hardly appropriate to start hurling generalizations.
If I may.
The lawyer tries to defend Hammond, but Malcolm cuts him off. Now, he uses a phrase there that makes the interruption slightly more polite. If I may. This is a bit formal, but definitely something that you could say in any occasion to show respect and ask for permission to speak. And you might also hear, if I may say so, or if I may add. Check out this example.
Senator, if I may well not be an expert, but you know who was the expert? Your dad.
You know, you read what others had done, and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge for yourselves, so you don't take any responsibility for it.
In this context, earned doesn't mean getting paid with money. It means you worked hard and deserve something through your own effort. Like if a child behaves well, his parents could reward him by taking him to the zoo and say that he has earned it.
You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could.
And the phrase, you stood on the shoulders of geniuses, is a reference to a famous metaphor from Isaac Newton, who said, if I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. This means using other people's discoveries to reach your own goals. Malcolm is saying that Hammond's team is taking other people's research and acting irresponsibly with them, rushing to make money out of these scientific discoveries.
And before you even knew what you had, you patented it.
When you patent something, you get legal protection for your invention so no one else can copy it. But Malcolm's real criticism comes next.
And packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox.
You could hear a phrase like this when someone turns something incredible into cheap commercial products. Slapped it on means putting something on quickly and carelessly, usually for marketing purposes. Think about how movie characters end up on lunchboxes, t-shirts, and toys. That's exactly what Malcolm means. And by the way, note the connected speech in this phrase.
And packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox.
Let's see what's happening here. First of all, the word slapped is pronounced like slapped. Now, because of connected speech, the way natives really talk, all these words get linked and some even change their sounds. So slapped and it get linked, slapped it, then the T from it links to on. And as it does that, the T changes its sound to a fast D sound, slapped it on. And finally, we also link on to A, pronouncing the A as slapped it on. Now I want to see you try it. Repeat after Ian.
And slapped it on a plastic lunchbox. And slapped it on a plastic lunchbox.
Nice. Let's move on with the scene.
I don't think you're giving us our due credit. Our scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before.
To give someone their due credit means to acknowledge their achievements fairly. You might also hear the similar expression, give credit where credit is due, which means the same thing, recognizing people properly for their accomplishments. See this example.
Was there any particular influence on your views? Credit where credit is due. The University of American Samoa.
So Hammond feels Malcolm isn't appreciating how amazing their scientific work is.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
When you're preoccupied with something, you're so focused on it that you can't think about anything else. This is one of the most famous quotes from the movie. He's saying they were so excited about being able to create dinosaurs that they never considered whether it was a good idea.
The world has just changed so radically, and we're all running to catch up.
To catch up means to reach the same level as someone or something that was ahead of you. You might catch up with a friend who's walking faster, or if you get sick, you might have to catch up on work when you come back to the office. Running to catch up makes it more urgent and desperate. Grant is saying that dinosaurs returning to the world is such a huge, sudden change that humans are desperately trying to understand and adapt to this new reality.
I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but look.
To jump to conclusions means to make decisions or judgments too quickly without having enough information. It's usually a mistake. A careful person might say, I don't want to jump to conclusions before sharing their thoughts.
Why is he trying to kill us? It's classic villain! We've seen too much!
Let's not jump to conclusions. We don't know. He's trying to kill us. He's trying to kill us!
Two species separated by 65 million years of evolution have just been suddenly thrown back into the mix together.
To be thrown into the mix is a great expression. The mix refers to a particular situation. When something is thrown into the mix, it's added to that situation, oftentimes making it more complex. Then he asks this.
How can we possibly have the slightest idea of what to expect?
The slightest idea means even a tiny bit of knowledge or understanding. It's often used in negative sentences, like, I don't have the slightest idea what you're talking about, or there isn't the slightest chance this will work. Grant is saying it's impossible to predict what will happen when humans and dinosaurs coexist again. Alright, now get ready for the most important part of the lesson. We're gonna test your comprehension by watching everything again, this time without any subtitles, and I'm gonna ask you some quiz questions just to see how well you've understood everything.
You're dead. You crazy son of a bitch, you're dead.
We get this tear out the rule book on it. Cold-bloodedness, it doesn't apply. They're totally wrong. This is a warm-bodied creature.
This thing doesn't live in a swamp.
This thing's got, what, a 25, 27-foot neck?
A Brachiosaurus 30.
How fast are they?
Well, we clocked the T-Rex to 32 miles an hour.
T-Rex?
Mm-hmm.
You said you've got a T-Rex?
Uh-huh.
Say again?
We have a T-Rex.
Wow.
Put your head between your knees.
Dr. Grant. My dear Dr. Sattler. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
They're moving in herds.
What does moving in herds tell us about dinosaur behavior? They hunt other animals together, they live in social groups, they migrate seasonally.
They do move in herds.
Yeah, don't you see the danger, John, inherent in what you're doing here? Genetic power is the most awesome force the planet's ever seen, but you wield it like a kid that's found his dad's gun.
It's hardly appropriate to start hurling generalizations.
If I may, I'll tell you the problem with the scientific power that you're using here. It didn't require any discipline to attain it. You know, you read what others had done, and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge for yourselves.
In Malcolm's criticism, what does earn the knowledge mean? Gain understanding through hard work, pay money for information, receive academic degrees.
So you don't take any responsibility for it. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you even knew what you had, you patented it and packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it. You want to sell it. Well,
I don't think you're giving us our due credit.
What does giving us our due credit mean? Providing payment, offering academic citations, getting deserved recognition.
Our scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before.
yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Dr. Grant, if there's one person here who could appreciate what I'm trying to do.
The world has just changed so radically, and we're all running to catch up.
What does running to catch up suggest about the situation? Physical exercise is needed. Changes are happening too fast. Competition is taking place.
I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but look. Dinosaurs and man, two species separated by 65 million years of evolution, have just been suddenly thrown back into the mix together. How can we possibly have the slightest idea of what to expect?
Hiya guys, great job today. Now, if you are new to this YouTube channel, you should know that every single week we make new lessons just like this one with your favorite movies and TV series to help you understand fast-speaking natives without getting lost, without missing the jokes, and without subtitles. So if this sounds like something that you want to be able to do, hit the subscribe button and the bell down below so you never miss any of our new lessons. And remember to go right now and practice all the expressions that you learned today on our app. Just click the link below and you can get started right away.
The juice of the fireflower. One drop will cure any injury. And though I hope you never have to use it.
Thank you, sir. But I think I could be brave enough.
I'm sure you could. Battles are ugly affairs.